with today's 6 on your side. Good morning, Idaho.
Good morning, Idaho. The Candy Man is in town welcoming in February here on Good Morning, Idaho. We've got Dave Wagers with us today in the Sysco kitchen, showing us just a little bit of what the Idaho Candy Company has to offer. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, we thought candy, we thought Idaho Candy Company,
Yes.
so we're so glad that you're joining us this morning. We wanted to see this this butter toffee that you have. And you're about halfway through the process already because you said it's very involved, right?
Well, we had to pre-make some of it.
Yeah.
So because it requires cooking it up to about 300 degrees first, sugar, corn syrup, a lot of butter, and almonds to make our butter toffee.
And I understand it's pretty easy to burn stuff like that, so you got to be careful, right?
We're very gifted sometimes
Yeah.
at burning it. When you burn the
I
batch,
doubt that.
it's 75 pounds that go down the drain. So we
Ooh.
make fairly large batches at a time, about 1,500 pounds a day during our
Wow.
big seasons. So.
Wow, and I can understand why you went ahead and did this without us, because I know
Yes.
we would
Well,
make
you
fire
use-
damage. You know.
Yeah, you use the whole almond, it looks
Oh
like.
yeah,
You
we
don't
use the
crush
whole
it or
almond in
anything.
this version. We actually have other versions that we don't use the whole almond. Then we have ground almonds here that we actually put on
Okay.
the outside of it.
So how do you do that process? I understand that's what we're doing now, is coating them.
All right, so first we take a piece of brittle and we break it up into pieces. We don't want them too big or too small. We want to make sure that each piece has an almond in it.
Okay.
That's important to us.
Okay.
We hand it to our friend. They dip it in. We call this dipping and rolling now. This is marshmallow.
Okay.
And we dip a little bit on the marshmallow. We want to make sure we coat all the edges, coat the sides.
And you told me during commercial break not to dunk it in there,
Yeah,
but just
too
use my
much.
fingers
You
to
will
kind
make
of...
a marshmallow mess.
How about
if
that?
you
Is that
don't.
all right?
That's beautiful.
All right,
beautiful.
and then I'll just drop it in
Okay,
there for
so
Jillian.
now I'm going to
Jillian's going to roll
this
it now
on.
in almonds. She's going to pack them
roll
onto
it,
the
okay.
sides.
get it
Looks so
all
good.
covered
And what that's going to do is
completely.
actually softens the toffee a little bit with the marshmallow.
Oh,
and it also
really?
gives you a lot of almond flavor as well. So it doesn't make it quite as hard after. It takes it about a day for it to sit and soften up.
I wonder
Okay.
how much more of
Is
this I
that
can do that.
completely covered?
Well, that's the real question. You need to
Yeah,
you
how
need to
much
do
can I
about
finish?
100 pounds a day at least.
That's what I was wondering. You guys did.
That's
And
a
so
lot.
how many of you are working on this process from
Well,
dipping to...
during Christmas, Valentine's, we actually hire another 10 or 15 people just to dip and roll toffee.
Wow.
And that's
And-
and we get the same people back year after year to work our seasonal stuff for us. So
This is
it's really
awesome.
great. It's great for them. They get some money for Christmas, and we get good continuous help, which is very important to make good quality candy.
And very needed, yeah.
I think one of the neatest, one of the more unique things you have too at Idaho Candy Company is the spuds.
Ooh, the Idaho
I
Spud
sent those
Bar.
around to everyone for
Well,
Valentine's
that's what
Day.
keeps the doors open at Idaho
Yeah.
Candy Company is that Idaho Spud Bar. We make over a couple million of them a year. They get sent all over the country, all
Yeah.
over the world from people wanting to say, hey, I live in Idaho. And,
That's what I did.
And are those the same thing we see at fairs and that kind of stuff as well, all over the place?
well, you'll see them mostly in grocery stores and
Okay.
places like that. But we've been making Idaho Spud Bars since about 1918 and this Waihi Butter Toffee since about 1925.
Wow.
So a long time.
And this, it looks really good, Jillian. I think you're doing a great job. We're going to do a few more of these, and when we come back on Fox 9 in the 7 o'clock hour, we're going to be doing some more toffee dipping. And we want to talk a little bit more about what else you have to offer, because we know it's a huge variety at Idaho Candy Company.
It's great to have been around so long and still be around supported by the people of Idaho.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks so much for being with us, Dave, and thanks for all the toffee, too. This
Yeah,
is going to be
can't
fun
wait
to eat.
to try it.
As well. 6:43 now, and up next, it's More Than the Wind.
Good morning, Idaho. You're taking a live look at downtown Boise from our Ford dealers Tower Cam high atop the Grove Hotel. The Candy Man is in town, welcoming in February on Good Morning, Idaho. We've got Dave Wagers with us in the Sysco kitchen, showing us just a small bit of what Idaho Candy Company has to offer. We started making some of the butter toffee earlier on today's 6, and we're here to do it again. But Dave, thanks so much for joining us.
Oh,
Good to
thanks
see
for
you today.
having me. It's great to be here this morning.
And this is great candy you've made. You were telling us that's such a long process. You already started with these gigantic pieces.
They're
I just
big,
want you
yeah.
guys to see how big they are, because
Yes.
I'm assuming they're just on gigantic trays,
They
right?
actually come out in 4 foot by 4 foot
Oh,
slabs.
wow.
So and then we break them to put them into trays, and then we break them up further as we make the candy.
All right, and that's kind of the trick, too, to the breaking. You want to make sure that each piece has one
Every
of those
piece we
almonds
want to
in
have
there.
a whole almond in it.
Okay.
So that's if it goes back, we can't use that piece if it doesn't.
So you have to eat it. Somebody
Darn.
does.
Well, hopefully find a different use for it. But the first thing we do is we take the butter toffee, we break it into a piece. I'm going to
Okay,
hand it to
I'm gonna
Jillian.
try the marshmallow.
Jillian's job is to do the marshmallow dipping.
Okay, but
So
you don't want to dunk it.
No, we don't want to dunk it because then it'll get too wet. So you just take a scoopful of marshmallow with your fingers.
Is that
and
too
then-
much?
Maybe. We'll figure this out
kind
as we
of
go
a lot.
along. And you want to coat all the edges because that's going to actually act as the glue for the almonds that we're going to put on it.
It kind of looks like glue, too. But no, it is not.
It is
Idaho
not. It is
Candy
not.
Company
It
does
is
not
not.
use
Smells
glue.
real sweet.
It's marshmallow we make ourselves in the factory.
Okay, hopefully that's not
Oh,
too
that looks
gooey.
good.
There
That
you
looks
go.
good.
And then I get to, you have crushed almonds in here.
Yeah.
Am I packing them on or just kind of rolling it on
You can actually pack them on and then knock them off because we want them to
Okay.
stick as many as we can to that marshmallow.
Oh, I think I made it. Yep, I think I broke it in there. Like
There you
that?
go.
Kind of like that?
Yeah, that's good. Then we just do this as a process.
Awesome.
Now, mind you, it's taking 3 of us to do the work of 2 people, and probably we're very, very, very slow.
Yeah, you said you hire a lot of people during the seasonal times. I'm assuming Valentine's Day is one of those ones when you get busy, right?
Valentine's we're busier. Christmas is busy for us.
How much candy are you expecting to make in the next 2 weeks? Is there
It will probably make usually about over 1,000 pounds a day.
Wow.
a day?
A day
For the next 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
It'll keep us busy, which is
So,
a great thing.
with how many people you have working, doing what we're doing now, it's probably a lot speedier process then. You're really moving along.
Yeah. No, they're very skilled, I would have
Yeah.
to say.
All right, and so tell us about some of these other candies while we're still doing this, because you brought a display of the Idaho Spud, which of course is very popular. I'd say famous. Everybody
Oh, yeah.
knows what that
No,
is.
it
around
is.
the state. What are some of these other ones that you brought that Idaho Candy Company makes?
So we make nostalgia candy bars. I mean, and we ship them to about 10 or 12 states. The cherry cocktail, it's been around since
That
about
one sounds
1925. So a maraschino cherry with a liquid center with chocolate and peanuts on the outside of that. Then we have the Idaho Spud, which is marshmallow chocolate and coconut. Old Faithful since about 1926. And that one's a marshmallow nougat with peanuts and milk chocolate.
Ooh, that one sounds good.
And then the
Nougat.
Huckleberry Gem is actually a newer one, and that's just a very light huckleberry flavored marshmallow coated with chocolate. It has 2 gem-shaped pieces in the package.
So it sounds like you guys are marshmallows are a big key to this,
Marshmallow-
maybe even more so than chocolate.
We have the equipment. You know, that's I guess that's what it comes down to. And there's not that many people that do it.
Yeah.
And so it kind of gives us a niche, and it's the reason why we've been able to survive 114 years now. So we've been around a little while.
That's great. Well, thanks so much. We're running out of time. This has been fun. It's kind of relaxing, wouldn't you
I
say,
know.
Spencer?
Yeah, we're going to put information where you can get this candy from Idaho Candy Company. Thank you, Dave Wagers, for